who is the president of the Globe Hub Incubators in Atlanta and in Hangzhou, China. We know companies have been increasingly looking to the economic growth that's happening in China for opportunities for market growth for their startups. Julien, we're here with Julien to discuss what opportunities and support for that growth you can expect in China. Julien, would you like to take it away and tell us what is the startup sector looking like where you are in Hangzhou, and what support can startups expect if they are interested in how they can grow in China?
All right, thank you, Elizabeth, for the introduction. My name is Julien Yu. I'm the president of China U.S. Technology Innovation Center, as well as Global Hub Hangzhou Incubation Center. So the center is headquarters is in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. And right now, the incubation center in China is handling our China connection there. So today's discussion topic is doing business with China for international startup. What's the opportunities? What's the challenges? So I will briefly go over this interesting topics and try to facilitate and helping international and EU startup to connect to China market. Then later on, we will also have some QA session for all the audience, as well as maybe Elizabeth, you also might have some questions too. So let me brief on the structure we have. You see, we are the international incubation center, as well as we are promoting agent for international startup for innovation, investment, and technology. Right now, we have 6 cities. We have office there in China, and our headquarters in China is Hangzhou, China. Then U.S. headquarters in Atlanta, as well as we have representative in LA and Florida. And also I mentioned Elizabeth is our partner in Germany. So for EU connection, well, you're welcome to connect to Elizabeth to connect to us and the Great China market. And so I will brief on the 4th section. We will go over about this topic. First, I will go over the China startup brief on China startup the statics. You see on the map here that China is because lots of people want to get a startup, and there are lots of funds dumping into the market. So I have the numbers. I did some research a few days ago. So those numbers you will see past. I don't have 2020 because I don't have all the number, but for the past 5 years, you can see the number of new startup registration company from 4.44 million in 2015 until last year, 2019, 6.7 million new company registered for that year, and the percentage increase you can see. And the other chart you can see is on the right is people interested to start their new business. The percentage of people interested. So that's the comparison. Yeah, Elizabeth, go ahead.
We only see the first slide. Have you advanced to the next slide?
Yeah, I advanced. Let me see why it's not. You only see the first one. Maybe I come back to the bigger. How about this one now?
Yes, perfect. And we're seeing the PowerPoint instead of in presentation mode.
Presentation does not work. I cannot see. Maybe I use this one. So somehow that when roll over, maybe presentation not working. So I in this mode you can see, right? Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Then this one about the startup statics I just mentioned. The next one is about another one is the China overall. They have 168 national high-tech park. Each high-tech park is large, contain from several hundred companies up to like over many thousand companies. And there are total over 5,000 incubation center and 8,000 in co-working space. And the number of Gather company and Unico company, you can see China is ranked number 2, just behind US. And those are, Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen is the top city, peak city we call. And New Horizon, Hangzhou is one of, we are over there. Luckily, we are there. And you see the number of investment size. And also, I would like into the resource I will, share with you about this for startups. So if we are helping international startups, we have, as I mentioned, we have 6 cities with office headquartered in Hangzhou. So for international startup, if you apply granted, and most of the time you got at least 3 years of complimentary office from 100 square meter up to maybe 1,000 square meters. And also, we help those international startups to apply for government incentives up to 1 million. That's the government side. Then also we help China market expansion, and also there's additional, for each company they have allowance for apartment. If international, like the one in Hangzhou, we help them there. Each month they can have 2 studio sizes, so 2 managers can. Yeah, so that's for free for 3 years. And also, the next point 5 is the business partner and the private investor. We do this in the incubation center. We arrange meeting every week, and if not physically, we can do Zoom as well. And also, we are talking about the Hangzhou incubation center. And I will also discuss about the opportunity what we have right now. I think I would discuss with you. I would say Great China market. There's the market there. China connect to besides China, Hong Kong, Taiwan is nature there, and Southeast Asia is next. Then expanding to the world, right? Then licensing. We have helped past years. We help international company licensing their products to China as well, OEM. And China is world manufacturing and supply chain, so you can make whatever your startup products. When you're ready, if you want to save cost, we can help you to find the manufacturing and produce your products over there. And also, we are talking about right now. Every year, the government dump lots of money on innovation, entrepreneurship. So it's environment there, and every city have a different level from 100,000 to 1 million US dollar, kind of government grants. So that's great benefits, and there's about at least dozens of cities offer those kind of grants, and and also the productivity cost and efficiency. What we say, China is 996. What mean 996 is especially for this like Alibaba and Tencent. They pay higher. They work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days. So that's lots of productivity. But those are for company go to like Tencent, Alibaba, get lots of growth for the startups. And the area that we are focused, easy to get government grants, e-commerce, electronic vehicle, new energy, material, and IoT, biotech. And the last part I would address on here is the challenge that for international startup we are often heard. The first one certainly most consider IP protection. Then also certainly the increasing cost of labor and the living cost, and also the international competition there as well as domestic, and the cultural barrier. And cultural barrier is why we have we have a 7-8 project manager assistant help you overcome the cultural barrier. And the last point I would point out is very important for you. If you want to start a business there, it's best for you to find a local business partner or investment partner, so you'll be success. You can overcome all those cultural barrier, all those issues, and you'll be successful there. So that's my presentation. And now back to you, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julian. Sounds like a lot of interesting opportunities. Currently, you have, Currently, I believe you have working with some international companies that are in the GlobeHub incubator space. Mm-hmm. What types of companies? Where are they from? How much have they grown by seeking out the market in China as their target market?
I see. Currently, we have, because the Hangzhou we started about almost 2 years ago, we have close to 10 company, connection. Some because COVID-19, so last year, so we slowed a little bit down for the deployment, and all those incubation center we call international. So right now, most I think we have 3 company are from USA, and 3 from EU, and 1 or 2 from Asian countries. So it's kind of international, and so those company got their let me see, at least half of the company we help them apply. All the company we help them apply for local government incentives, right? And right now about half full company receiving different level of government incentives, so from 1 to 2 million RMB, that's the level there. And the growth, I think, the sector, right? We have right now have biotechnology. We also have IC, and we have environment protection, and also the other one is teaching English. You're interested, So
Wow.
so those are the area that certainly the area will be more, like environment protection, IoT, e-commerce is very hot there because Alibaba headquartered in Hangzhou. So they're on the supply chain. There's thousands of company upstream, downstream into Alibaba platform. So e-commerce is best fits there. So that's and the growth is because COVID-19. So right now, last year most of they do online. So it's hopefully when we over the COVID-19 issue, there will get lots of great opportunities there. Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely. E-commerce was booming while everybody's at home.
Right.
You can't go out shopping. Mm-hmm. What kind of VC investors? You mentioned Alibaba. So do they have a VC arm? How easy is it if a startup goes there, they get the government funding? How easy is it then for them to take the next step with a VC round? What sectors and what size of the deals are these VCs investing in? How easy is it for them to get in front of like an Alibaba VC? What does that look like?
I see. Most of at the very beginning, for example, for seeding or A round, those kind of company, we will have. I think the best fits is the government grants, the government funds, or government has a bigger portion, say 50% from the private. So the VCs or funding from mixture or 100% government incentives, and so those easier. The angel funds are most likely government sponsored or government background. So the average, as I said, mentioned, we help. Every year we help dozens of companies apply for those kind of funds, and average is there about around 15% of a company. Pretty high, not like VC. The percentage much less than 5%, right? Average, but for the government average, we have 15% of. That's only to one city. If you apply for multiple cities, the chance is much higher. So, and the size, as I mentioned, from 1 million RMB up to 5 million RMB, equivalent to EU is about 150,000 to about 750,000 EU money for the government grants. And for the private VC side, most likely because the market is there, so they are most likely they were more suitable for B round or C round or IPO, this kind of later stage company, and it really varies, and from maybe a million or maybe multi-million there. The various case by case. As I mentioned in my slides, there's many thousand VCs there, and Alibaba, because headquartered in Hangzhou, so Alibaba alone there are dozens of VC around Alibaba and partners. So there's only Hangzhou only there's because. Over 1,000 different kind of VC or private equity investment there. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that sounds like some good numbers.
Right.
Okay, I've got a question from the audience. They want to protect their IP. They want to protect their idea. What kind of legal support do you connect with? You have in your offices and your team for the international companies who have concerns about they want to take their idea, their tech product to market there in China? What protection do they have?
All right. Certainly, we encourage those international startups when they apply for the IP, right? They definitely need, if they lay down, they will apply, go to the China market, right? Including China as well, international, Some, when you apply your IP, you only apply a specific country or region, right? EU, right? But if you need extending your IP protection, including China as well. Secondly, we have a partner with several, attorney office, especially for international IP, there. So in Hangzhou and Shanghai, we have partnered attorney office there as well. And also the government, we have a session, every year, once or twice, for come to our incubation center, address their concern needs for this IP protection. And another thing is because last year, U.S.-China a trade issue, right? And IP is one of another issue. So what they do is just most recently, China established 520 IP enforcement agency in all the city across China. So that's the biggest step to enforce and protect IPs, because not only that's domestic and internet, and China number of IP filed last year, it's now number 1 in the world. So China in turn, they have bigger demand, bigger needs for the IP protection. So the biggest steps they took was last year was establish 526 office, nationwide for the enforcement.
Sounds like some big steps. Okay, I think we are coming to the end of our time. So I believe this summer there is a contest that startups can submit an application for some of these grants you mentioned. And what does that deadline look like? What should companies do to get in touch with you if they want to apply for these grants? All right.
So yes, that's called Hangzhou International Competition. We are one of the co-hosts to oversee. Every year we receive 1,000 competition. So they start up next month, beginning of April. Application deadlines end June 30. And so then for the semifinal, final will be usually on November. So if you are one of the winner, they have granted up to top 150, have different level of win, from 20,000 to 200,000. That's only for the competition, right? But if you are one of the winner, you establish a business there in Hangzhou, then you receive from 1 million to 5 million, varies depending on your grants, your level of final. So that's about. And if you are interested, please contact us through contact@qdic.org. Let me type in here. Oh, my name is okay. So let me type in my contact. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. I think that if you type it in the chat, they can put it in there for our audience.
Yeah. So I put either contact or that. So you can help. If anyone interested, and contact me or through contact our project manager collects those information, and we will send information when we started pitching promotion international.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Julien. I think you've covered some really important topics that I think startups are going to be really concerned about. And so, of course, you're available, I believe, to schedule meetings more in person for more detailed questions through the matchmaking. So hopefully startups, if they have further detailed questions about their sector, their industry that they're interested in, can get in touch with you during the remainder of the conference. So thank you again to Wolf Summit for doing another great job here and for having us.
Okay, thank you so much, Elizabeth, to MC this event, and definitely I would be great to be our partner there, and they can connect you as well to work together, work with EU and China for this initiative.
Yes, I am definitely here in Europe to help. Same time zone. I speak English, so I'm here to help as well.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. You all have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.